Hello grade 2s and welcome back to another week of maths. So last week we did plussing money and this week we're going to move on to subtracting with money. Now before you start this video, you might want to go back and watch last week's video where I showed you how we make up different amounts of money using different coins and notes. I have put the link into this week's work for you so you can always just click on that. If you're happy to carry on, then you just carry straight on with this video. So now last week when we did adding money, we also looked at how we break down money so that we can add it all together. The same way with subtraction this week. It is just slightly trickier though, so you're going to need to listen really well and you might need to watch this video a few times. If you still don't understand it, don't worry, we're going to teach this to you when you get back, so we will redo it. Okay, so I'm going to show you just the normal minus sign. So here we've got 7 Rand and 4 Rand. So when we minus this amount of money here, we first break up the first number here into coins or into the amount of money. Now we've got 7 Rand, but we know that we don't get a 7 Rand coin. But when you break up this money, you need to try and make sure that you've got this amount of money in there to cross off. I will show you now what I mean. So we can make 7 Rand, we can use a 5 Rand and a 2 Rand. But of the 5 Rand and the 2 Rand, we can't cross out 4 Rand there. So we need to be able to make up 7 Rand in such a way that there's 4 Rand in it. So I'm going to choose to say 2 Rand plus 2 Rand plus 2 Rand, that will give me 6 Rand, plus the last Rand will give me 7 Rand. Now you can see here that we can easily minus 4 Rand from these coins here. So now you take your 4 Rand there and you cross off 2 Rand, 4 Rand. If you chose to make 7 Rand out of 5 and 2, you'd have to break up that 5 Rand again to make it that you can take away the 4 Rand there. So it's easier to draw this amount first and then add the rest of the coins to get there. So here's 4 Rand, here's 2 4. There's my 4 Rand there, and then I know I need to add another 3 Rands to get to 7 Rand there. So now we've crossed off the 4 Rand here, and I'm left with 3 Rand like that. There is an explanation of this written in your books, in your pack of work, so if you're still confused, you can go back and look at that. So now, that was with Rands. Now we move on to cents, and you do it exactly the same way. So I've got 90 cents minus 50 cents. I'm going to first start with the 50 cents here and then make up the 90 cents. So the 50 cents, I could do 2 20 cents and a 10. I could do 5 10 cents, but luckily for me, we get a 50 cents coin. So the easiest way is just to write it, 50 cents. Now, what do I need to add to 50 to get to 90? I know I can use a 20. 50 plus 20 will give me 70 cents, and I'm just short of another 20 cents here. So if I add 50 and 20, it's 70 plus 20 gives me 90 over here. If you are unsure about this and you rather want to just add 10, 10, 10, 10 to get to the 90, you can do that as well. But I first did the 50 cents over here, because now I need to cross out the 50 cents. I need to take it away. And now it's super easy because I've already got it sitting here. So I cross it out, and I'm now left with 20 and a 20. And you know that 20 and 20 is 40, and we are working with cents. So you put your little cent sign behind there. If this concept is difficult for you, please watch this video again. There's lots of sums to practice in your books, in your pack for this week. So you can go back and re-practice and re-practice and re-practice. And like I said to you, when you come back to school, we are going to redo this concept again. Okay, so now moving on to money with problem solving and subtracting. What we just did on the previous page is just your calculation in your problem solving. Nothing else changes. The only thing that you need to be careful of is when we work with money and then subtraction, a word that you will find a lot in the problem solving is change. That change means when you go to the tuck shop and you buy a chocolate and you pay with 10 Rand and the chocolate only costs 5 Rand, the 5 Rand that you get back is the change that you get back. So it's the amount of money that you have left. When we get change, you are always getting less money back than what you gave because you have bought something. So change always means minus. So if you see the word change in a money sum, you know I'm minusing. You don't even need to think about it. And when we minus, it's the same as with normal maths. When we minus with money, you always put the big number first. So this sum here, a cake costs 27 Rand. I pay with 30 Rand. How much change will I get? So although the 27 Rand here is first, it is not the biggest number. The biggest number here is the 30 Rand. So I can't say 27 minus 30 Rand. I have to say 30 Rand minus 27 Rand. So my open number sentence, 30 Rand, and I'm remembering my Rand sign, minus 27 Rand equals. Again, we're going to make up the 27 Rand first here. So I know that I get a 20 Rand note. There's my 20 Rand. And to make up the 7 there, I don't get a 7 Rand coin. So I need a 5 and I need a 2. Now what do I need to add to 27 to make 30? Well, if I add a 2 Rand, I'm going to be on 29 Rand. So I'm just short of 1 extra Rand. 1 Rand. Before you carry on, add this back up. Make sure that you've got the 30 Rand there. 20, 25, 27, 29, 30. Now I can go and minus the 27 here. So there's 20 Rand gone, 25, 27. I could have used this 2 Rand if I wanted to. It was just that this one was closer. And now I'm left with 3 Rand. So my closed number sentence is going to be 30 Rand minus 27 Rand equals 3 Rand. Like that. And remembering Rand signs, Rand in your answer. If it's with Rands, if it's with cents, you've got to remember your cents. My sentence, I'm not asking you how much money am I going to have altogether. I'm asking you how much change will I get. So you're going to write here, I will get 3, remember your number name, Rand change. You could also write 3 Rand back if you wanted to, so long as it's in words and it's got the Rand or the cents, whichever one is applicable there. So in your pack of work that you got this week, there's lots of practice sums here for you to do. And like I said to you, you can rewatch this video as much as you need to help you with it. We'll see you very soon now, grade 2s.